Hey, ladies, welcome to today's discussion. It is officially Small Business Saturday, and I actually saw this article I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago now. I've been hanging on to it. And this is a perfect discussion for Small Business Saturday. So, we're going to give people a chance to come in. This is our 90-second intro. And then we're going to get started with this crazy story about how this pet psychic makes $550 an hour. And why the hell am I in the wrong line of work? All right, ladies, 90 seconds begins now. And then we're going to come back and have this conversation. Welcome to Black Women Making Money. We are the home of the upwardly mobile Black woman. For exclusive content and invitations to our Inner Circle Zoom meetings, which happen on a monthly basis, you can sign up for free for our email newsletter at bwmakingmoney.com. That's bwmakingmoney.com. All right, who's ready to make some money here? If you're ready to make some money, definitely let me know. Put an exclamation point into the comments. Ladies, I must be in the wrong line of work. I work too hard. And sometimes I'm jealous of other people that seem to select businesses and things to do that just don't seem to take as much effort. Or maybe it's just that it doesn't look like it takes that much effort on from the outside looking in. But darn it, the Wall Street Journal had this article a couple of months ago here, and let me tell you, I saved it. And I've been wanting to do a small business Saturday. Y'all don't know, I am tired as I don't know what, but I've been wanting to come in and do another small business Saturday. And I was like, okay, this is a light, fun topic for us to talk about with all of the craziness happening in the world. Let's talk about this chick. This chick is making $550 an hour for 90 minutes. And she has a freaking wait list, and she is a pet psychic. The reason I want to talk about this is because so many of us have full time jobs, and then we want to start part time businesses, or we're trying to figure out how we can transition from our full time job into a full time business, things like that. And let me tell you right now, ladies, I am a super fan of keep your W 2 and have a little part time business that makes about $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and stash that money away and use your job in order to buy a home, buy two, three homes, and do things that is just easier to do with the W 2. However, today we want to talk about this chick here who who's a pet psychic, because the truth is you can make money doing all sorts of things. You can make money doing all sorts of things. And who says that it has to be hard what you're doing or physically laborious or things like that. Sometimes you need to find the right group of people that are willing to pay you in order for you to be successful. So, what we're going to do is just go through this Wall Street Journal article. I have to admit, I have not read it. Um, but you're going to get my raw feedback here as we go through this journal. All I know is she makes a good amount of money for 90 minutes and she has a freaking wait list. Pet psychics are making their way from the fringe to socially acceptable. And let me tell you somebody who owns pets. We have two German Shepherds. There's very little we would not do for our beloved furry friends. We aren't getting a pet psychic. However, I can definitely point out several people in our pet community who would definitely do this. So, ladies, the truth is that we're going to go through this topic. We're going to talk about it. But the truth is, how does this affect you? What kind of businesses are you starting, growing, etc.? How could you have a wait list of 7,600 people for your business? These are the things that I want you to think about as you are listening today. How could I, Cherie, who is a mortgage loan officer, have a raving group of 7,600 fans that just say, you know what, Cherie, when I buy a house, when I'm looking to buy, sell, or refinance a house, I'm coming to you. Can I have 7,600 people who would say, you know what, Cherie, you're my number one lender. If anybody in my network ever tells me they're looking to buy, sell, or refinance a house, I'm coming to you. For you, you're looking for the same thing. And that is the whole point of Small Business Saturday. And hey, Dark and Lovely, for saying hello to me. Ladies, don't forget to like the video as well. All right, let's read this article here. So this came out in November 2023. It says here, tech worker and part-time dog trainer Maddie Guy, who is 33 years old, couldn't figure out what was going on with her English Springer Spaniel Rudder. He was being snippy with other dogs and facing a medical issue so mysterious that every test had been run and a doggy MRI ordered. Comfort came in the form of a birthday present from a friend, a phone session with an animal communicator. Guy, who lives in Chicago, says the communicator, while looking at a picture of Rudder, began talking with the dog. She informed Guy that Rudder was being cautious with other dogs because he wasn't sure if he could trust his front legs in the event the dog wasn't friendly. Several months later, Rudder's front legs started wobbling and his eyes looked goofy. Guy remembered the conversation. She called the vet, shared what had been said, and requested a neuro consult. The vet wasn't fazed, saying other clients had referenced animal communicators before. Rudder is now on seizure medication. So, ladies, the whole point of this, ladies, is this. I don't know if this is the woman here who is the pet psychic. This chick charges $550 for 90 minutes and has a freaking wait list. And yes, this is the beginning story of how she was able to figure out that this English Springer Spaniel named Rudder was going to have some seizure problems. So, Dark and Lovely is here saying, this sounds like rich people have a lot of money to waste. Okay, so this is a great point. This is a great point. Why don't we, as upwardly mobile Black women, set ourselves up to get some of the money that they have to waste? When the economy is doing bad, rich people will continue to waste money. When the economy is doing good, rich people will continue to waste money. Why? Because they spend so little of their money on um, housing, food, things like that. The percentage of their total income that they spend on the necessities oftentimes is low. So they have more money to spend on frivolous things. So I absolutely say we should be in position, dark and lovely, and this is a good point, we should be in position to get some of that money. We don't have to go after clients that are struggling to put two nickels together to fill up their tank of gas. In fact, that's probably not the best client for us to go after. We want to go after clients that have money, that have money. So my boss and I were talking, and you all know I'm a mortgage loan officer, and for the past couple of years, I have been saying that I'm going to work with a lot of investors. Well, guess what? I need investors with the motivation and the money to buy a property a year. And let me tell you something. When you start putting that out and you start seeing the bank statements of people with 700,000, $1 million, I have another guy I mean, people have to send me their bank statements. So he sent me a bank statement from his father and said, "Do you need my father to give me this money so that I could buy this property?" $500,000, etc. Let's, as upwardly mobile Black women entrepreneurs, we need to start thinking like this. You're saying exactly, yeah, yeah. Like this is the play. This is the move. This is the move. And people who spend $550 for 90 minutes to have a pet psychic, they got money. You know, they got money. So if you think they're only going to come to this pet psychic once for a reading or pet communicator, you're, not thinking straight. A lot of these people are probably coming to her once a week or twice a month. So look, and she's got a waiting list. So this is Maddie Guy with her dog Rudder. This woman here, she probably makes a couple $100,000 a year. She's in tech, she's in medicine, something like that. She makes really good money. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. She probably doesn't have kids. She might not have a husband. It's her and her dog, and she wants to know what's going on with her dog. That's her baby. That's her big. This is the kind of person that you want to go after. There are people called Henrys, high earning, not rich yet. If you're thinking about starting a business, why not start a business where you're going after those individuals? There are other people called dinks, dual income, no kids. Why not go after those people? If you're doing something where you're selling something for kids, for example, and you're starting, let's say, a private school, you could start a private school in the hood, but why not start a private school that costs $100,000 a year for the kids to get into? And get in where you really get to make some good money, ladies. So this is Maddie Guy and her dog. Let's continue reading this here. I've told a lot of people about my experience, Maddie says. The most common response I get is, "Oh, wow, that's really interesting." Pet psychics are making their way from the fringe to the socially acceptable. Those who tell others about their experiences with animal communicators say they are more likely to be asked for referrals than be mocked. Ladies, if you know how to communicate with animals, this might be the right business for you to start. A person says to another person, "Hey, I talked to a pet psychic, I talked to an animal communicator about my dog." And that individual is more likely to be asked for the referral of the person they spoke with than to be told that they're crazy and mocked. Y'all, I'm in the wrong business. I'm in the wrong business. I can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year as an animal whisperer. Let's keep reading here. It is perhaps a natural progression in a world where guinea pig spa services exist. You have got to be kidding me. Guinea pig spa services. About half of the US pet owners think of their pets as much a part of their family as a human member, according to Pew Research Center. Even amid inflation, ladies, spending on pets continue to rise. And a 2022 YouGov survey found that 67% of Americans said they have had a paranormal experience. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Two-thirds of Americans, you see three people in the grocery store, and two of them have had a paranormal experience. Now, do I believe in ghosts? Yes. I don't think I've ever had a paranormal experience, but yeah, I believe in ghosts. Absolutely. I believe in the supernatural. Let's keep reading here. People book sessions with animal communicators to unravel behavioral issues, to learn about preferences for end of life care, and when the time comes, to make sure their pets are enjoying the afterlife. But increasingly, pet psychics say the questions are as simple as: is the cat happy? What more can we do? Now, I'm going to say this, and it's going to be controversial, but I know a lot of people, especially a lot of people in the Black community, say that WASP oftentimes care more about their pets than, other people. And this this can be true. This can be an example of that, right? And look, there are a lot of Black people who care about their pets too. Um, but yeah, people people want to know if their pets are happy. And do I have a happy pet in my family? Because I'm a mom, right? I'm a mom of a pet. So this is very interesting. Again, ladies, thinking about different things that you can do in order to make money. Could you part-time make five to $10,000 a month and put that towards paying off your debt, or saving up for retirement, or uh, buying businesses, or buying tax liens and deeds, or things like that that can give you cash flow? These are the things that you can do, and it doesn't take a lot of hard work, apparently. I'm saying it. So this is continuing to say here, owners come away from sessions with a little less sadness, a stronger sense of connection, and an easing of anxiety. So this is Animal Whispers, a 4-week course in animal communication. So you can basically learn how to communicate with the animals and then open up your shop here. This is by Dawn Allen here. Dawn Allen is 48, who is from Western Massachusetts, has been working as an animal communicator for 25 years. She does 30 phone sessions a week at a rate of $85 for 40 minutes. Let's see how much money she's making. She does $85 for 40 minutes, and she does 35 sessions a week. So she's at 85 times 30. She makes $2,550 a week. So for a year, she's making $132,600. Ladies, that puts her in the top 20% of earners in the United States. And the truth is, her rates are probably low. Her rates, she could increase her rates, right? But she's making $132,600 a year. She's been an animal communicator for 25 years. She says she used to often field calls from skeptics who weren't sure that they were sold on the legitimacy of her skills. Now that rarely happens because there has been a cultural shift. It got way, way normalized. Christina McNeil, a Great Dane enthusiast from San Francisco, has worked with Allen for clues to medical issues and for guidance on what her dog Billy needed from her as she took her last breaths. She also used Allen to converse with Fernie, Penelope, and Tennessee, all Great Danes ahead of big life changes, such as moving. Basically, this woman wants to move and she has to confer and ask her dogs first. Oh my goodness. They were once prepped for a cross-country trip from San Diego to Kentucky where they would be staying in Airbnbs. Quote, I used I used it to tell them you have to behave, says McNeil. Don't destroy the furniture, be respectful. The dogs were in their best behavior the whole time and received rave reviews from Airbnb owners, which she attributes to the conversation with Alan. So, oh boy. Quote, you can believe that or you can't, but I know how they sometimes behave, she says. After Tennessee died and McNeil was looking for a new Great Dane, she used Alan to learn who Fernie and Penelope liked most out of the dogs they were meeting. Nikki Vascones, who was a former lawyer, started working as an animal communicator 4 years ago. She probably makes more money as an animal communicator than as a lawyer. This woman left being a lawyer to become an animal communicator. She probably makes more money. Let's keep reading here. Early in her career, a video she made about a session with a dog named Albie went viral. The dog told her he didn't like his nickname. She says he didn't specify what it was, only that it made people think he was large and overweight. And look at those eyes. Oh, poor baby. Okay. Those were his exact words, she says. I later found out his nickname was Big Al. Vasquez, who is 34, lives outside of Philadelphia, says during her phone sessions with clients, she is connected with hundreds of house pets, including dogs, cats, and turtles. In addition to horses, cows, and pigs, the camel and the bearded dragon were one offs. Sessions are $550 for 90 minutes. She says she has a wait list of more than 7,600 people. This chick lives outside of Philadelphia. She's not too far from me. Making $550 for 90 minutes of her time. Vasquez says she not only understands messages from animals, but can also channel what they are feeling in her own body. So I guess this is her. Yeah, this is the $550 an hour chick. Hey, Shar, good to see you. Welcome to Small Business Saturday. Yes, everybody, bwmakingmoney.com for exclusive content. Let me ask you all this question. So this young lady here, is getting $550 for 90 minutes. We got 10 people in here. Let me see if you all can answer. What other things could you do for $550 an hour, let's say? $550 an hour. Because these people are making money. They're basically going to rich people who have money. Dark and Lovely said it best. Rich people have a lot of money to waste. Why are we not getting in the middle of that and actually figuring out, instead of saying, I love this type of business or I love that type of business, maybe you should be asking, hey, I want to make $500 an hour. What can I do where people would pay me $500 for an hour? No to being a pet psychic, but a pet nanny can be an option. What's the going rate? Well, look, you better look it up. And here's the thing, people are willing to pay whatever you're willing to charge. If you talk to the right person and you have the right offer for them, my question to you is, why would you want to limit yourself? It takes just as much time to make $30 an hour from your side hustle as it does to make $500 an hour. Can we, as upperly mobile Black women, can we push the boundaries and think, hey, I'm gonna look around for the next week or two. I'm gonna Google, but I'm also just gonna pay attention. Pay attention to what other people are doing, what other people are charging, what other businesses are out there. No, don't take a $30 an hour side hustle. Get you a $500 side hustle, $500 an hour, $500 for 90 minutes. The objective intuition is here. I don't think I've seen you before. Hello. I made $450 cuddling last week, $1,500 in total. Oh, good for you. Look, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So for me, with my mortgages right now, I have a couple of clients that's just been harder for me to get their loans. So now I'm asking myself, I can make a decent amount of money per loan, but I want to do easier loans. I want to do loans where it does not take as much effort for me to get them over the finish line. So that way I can make $1,000 an hour. Probably not $1,000 an hour, probably more like $500 an hour. Versus because for me to get a loan over the finish line, I could either take 5 hours to do it, or I could take 20 hours to do it. If I take 20 hours to get something over the finish line, then that keeps me from making more money with other people. So that's how I look at it. Like I get commission. I'm 100% commission for every loan that I do. For you, you may be putting yourself out there and you may say, I do massages and I want $500 an hour to do massages. Great. Who's going to pay you that kind of money? Because you got two chicks in this article, one of them charging $550 for 90 minutes and has a wait list of 7,600 people to talk to some animals. To talk to some animals. And one of the ladies has a book on how you could be an animal communicator. So who says we have to work hard? Who says it? I do believe in working hard, but I'm also learning the older I get that I want to work smart. There are some people who are doing financial coaching, for example, and they're getting paid $300 for a half hour of their time. How could you be that? How could you have a group of people who love you, who respect you, who know that you're good at your job, and who wants to give you that kind of money? Within every business that's out there, there's the lower end, the lower tier, and the upper, higher end. We as upwardly mobile Black women, we need to start focusing on how we can serve upper middle class and wealthy people. And then we can create scholarships or other things to give back to those who are less fortunate. If you are working in your business and you're like, am I in the wrong line of work? Because this chick is making $550 for 90 minutes and got a wait list. I would encourage you to kind of think about that. This is what I want to talk about today during Small Business Saturday. Is just really thinking about, do I need to shift to another market? Do I need to shift to another opportunity? Am I spending too much time working on a project? Is it better for me to focus on another group of people? Do I need to get my systems straight so that I can hire somebody to do more of the grunt work for me so that I can go out and get more clients? Or I could just enjoy the money that I'm making and not have to do the fulfillment, not have to do the work. So that's it. That is it for me. I just wanted to come on Small Business Saturday and give you that as something to think about. I will be back tomorrow evening, and you all will get 1 or 2 live streams from me next week. Hit the like button on the way out, and I will see you ladies tomorrow. Take care. Bye.